to go skiing. 1964, Eddie built a ski cabin in Collingwood at Osler Bluff, where he was a founding member. Eddie loved to ski as a family, and we'd always ski family and friends together. Eddie so intimately understood sports, his mind was uncluttered, and he was able to focus. He understood all aspects of sports, the game, the athlete, the organization, and because of that, he was very hard driving and very competitive. I always tell this story. When my kids started playing hockey, I invited Eddie to come watch them play. What grandparent doesn't want to watch their grandchildren do everything? So he came to watch. And on the very first shift on the ice, he leans over to me and whispers in my ear, "They can't skate." "How can they play hockey?" I said, "That's not why you're here." His fascination for golf was with the game, and he had a competitive zeal to get it perfect. And I mean dead perfect. Nothing short of perfection for him. In his younger years, maybe 10, 15 years ago, Eddie always drove around with his golf clubs in his car, stopping at driving ranges to work on his game. Eddie put the lights out on that 10,000-hour theory. He'd been on the driving range for well over 70 years. I would like to read a note we received a few weeks ago from the golf pro at Casa de Campo, Gilles Gagnon, a French-Canadian in the DR, who's been friends with Eddie for a long time. "I am so sorry to hear this sad news. I have tears in my eyes because I cannot say goodbye to him. And we are about to lose a great man. He had a wonderful life, a great wife, wonderful kids, beautiful grandchildren, and many friends like us. Still, he was not around long enough for us. Please tell Eddie my golf game sucks right now. I couldn't find my swing with a GPS even if I had one. And I wish I was at the farm so he could help me out. We're leaving for the British Open Monday, and we will play 8 courses while we're there, and we will drop a tee on each course with Eddie on it. Our love to all of you. A big hug to the grand dame of your family. We will see her this winter. Stay in touch." Many people here don't know of Eddie's humanitarian interest in supporting Canadian sports. It's largely gone unsung due to Eddie's reticence in putting his own achievements ahead of those in lives and careers he's influenced. He was a backroom man, always standing behind the person that he was supporting. In the early 60s, Eddie saw a lack of organization in Canadian ski programs, which was the opposite of what was happening in junior hockey. This led Al Rain and Eddie to form the Nancy Green Ski League. A letter I received from Peter Duncan, an ex-national ski team member, succinctly explains the importance of the development of Canadian skiing. "Dear Jack, I'm sorry to hear of your dad's passing. He was involved in our ski world at a very critical time in Canadian skiing history. He played a major role in creating what we now have, a winning team, and the prestige to go with it. I'm proud to have been a part of that movement and blessed to have spent quality time with your dad." Eddie's interest in sports brought him to the world of equestrian show jumping and Eric Lamaze. Eric became Eddie's #1 son, pushing Tommy and I to the back burner. Eric sent a letter to my father after he won a gold and silver medal in show jumping in 2008 in Beijing. "Dear Eddie, there's no way I would be here I am today without you. Your constant support throughout the years, you stood by me through the real hard times and were always there to celebrate the good. This victory means a lot to me for so many reasons, but it's so much sweeter because I was able to prove to you and everyone else that you were right. I hope you know that in my mind, this medal is just as much yours as it is mine. I could never have got there without you, Eric." In the last 6 weeks, we have been reading old letters and looking at old pictures. And with social media, most people have seen them. I'm ending my comments today with a letter that Eddie gave to Edie on their 45th anniversary 22 years ago. And it says it all. Dear wifey, on our 45th wedding anniversary, what this has meant to me. You've been a fantastic mother of 6, not entirely without their faults. A wonderful grandmother to 14, not entirely without their faults. A fabulous wifey to me, not entirely without his faults. It is the way you understand everybody's faults that makes life with you so much easier for me. We are a couple of old fuddy-duddies who need no one else but each other. I don't know what material things to buy you because you demand so little. All I can give you is my everlasting love and dedication, my in-depth knowledge of the golf swing, flower pots,